to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this Valentine's Day get ready with me. It's a 3-in-1, so it's going to be my hair, my outfit, and my makeup. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you'd like to see more Valentine's Day makeup looks, maybe something more simple and fresh for those who don't like to wear a lot of makeup, definitely let me know and I'll get that up for you guys. And yeah, I just really wanted to do something glam, you know, like vavoom, sexy, and I wanted it to match my outfits. I know, I like that. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, you guys, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a comment in the comment section, and follow me on all of my socials right here. And yeah, enjoy. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna start off this look with fresh cleansed skin, and of course you want to do your nice skin pampering and skincare routine before we start. So now I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows, and I'm just going to fill them in. As you can see, my eyebrows are pretty sparse, you guys. I went on like a tweezing plucking spree the other day, so here's what we're working with. Anyways, I'm just going to fill them in. I'm using a Ruby Kisses brow pencil. Super affordable, but it works really well. But yeah, so just fill in your eyebrows. So now we're gonna go ahead and prime the skin. I'm using 3 different primers. So the first one is this blue one. It's a hydrating primer from Smashbox. I'm gonna just use it all over my skin just to make sure there's a lot of moisture and hydration. Now the next primer I'm going to use, I'm actually mixing the Becca Ever Matte Primer with the NYX Cosmetics Angel Veil Primer, and these two together will give you like matte smooth skin. I promise you guys, like if you have oily skin, try this out and see how you like it. It's really good. I mean, if you have dry skin, maybe just use the Angel Veil Primer and skip the Becca one. But yeah, anyways, you're gonna start getting a little ashy, but that's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're gonna set the T-zone area with some powder. Once again, if you have oily skin, try this out. It really works wonders in terms of helping your makeup last a really long time. So yeah, so I'm just applying the powder to my T-zone area, and you can just use any translucent powder of your choice. Now we're going back to the brows, and I'm just going to clean it up using the Too Faced Bond This Way concealer. This is in the shade Butterscotch, and yeah, I'm just doing my usual brow routine. Then I grab one of the foundations I'm going to use later on to clean up the top of the brows. This is a better way to do the cleanup method in terms of avoiding the halo looking brow. So use your actual foundation on the top and a lighter concealer on the bottom. Moving on, we're going to start to prime the eyes. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer to prime my eyes. You can of course use any eyeshadow base that you have. I just reached for the concealer today. I'm going to start off with the Morphe 350 palette. I'm just using this muted brown shade I'm pointing at, and this is going to serve as my transition color. I'm using a fluffy brush to just pack on the color. I'm not really blending right now. I'm really just patting on the color just to kind of build pigmentation. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend in windshield wiper motions in a second. Now I'm grabbing this more orange tone brown, and I'm going to just be packing that on the eyelid as well, just slightly below the first color I applied. And as you can see, I switched brushes. This one is just a more slightly denser brush than the first one, and I'm just doing the same thing where I pack on the color first and then I begin to blend it out later. Now moving on to the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, I'm taking this pink color and I'm just doing the same thing in terms of packing on the color. You see later on that I pick up a different pink because I found that this one it wasn't giving me the pop that I wanted. But anyways, I went back in with the first brush and I just blended out the edges just so it kind of gives a gradient effect. So this is the Sephora Pro palette, and I'm just using these 2 pink colors that I'm pointing at, mainly the one on the left though, the deeper shade. So I'm doing the same thing where I'm packing on the color, and as you can see, this one is showing up a lot better than the first Juvia's Place palette color. And yeah, so I'm just packing on the color and then I go ahead and I blend later. So right here you see me adding a little bit of the orange shade from the Sephora Pro palette. I just wanted to add a bit of orange into the the pink because I felt like it transitioned nicely with the pink. So just a little bit, not too much, because that color is really pigmented. But yeah, so just blend everything out like I said. Okay guys, so this is where things kind of went south for a second. As you can see, I switched brushes. This is the Urban Decay brush, the one that comes with like the Urban Decay palette, and I dipped it into that purple eyeshadow. As you can see, there's so much product on the brush, but nothing was going on my eye. I don't know why, like it was just not applying on my eyes for some very odd reason. So I went back in with the purple lilac shade that I showed you guys previously, and I just said to pack that on using the brush I was using previously as well. And as you can see, this one was showing up a little better. It wasn't as dark of a purple as I wanted, but I don't know, it was getting the job done at least. So now I switched to a different color again with the same Urban Decay brush, and as you can see, like nothing is coming up, but then there's product on the brush. So I don't know if it was the brush that was having the issue, or like it was just maybe that side of my eye that was just a little dry. I'm not sure. Anyways, I just went back with my fluffy brush, continued blending, and I applied a bit more of that hot pink. Now we're going to be cutting the crease, and look at me here. I was trying to do like this little technique that I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers do, where you look up and let the concealer kind of transfer, and then that's where you cut the crease. It did not work for me clearly, but yeah, anyways, I just went with my freehand method and went slightly above the crease of my eye, just because you guys know I have hooded eyes. So yeah, just pat on the concealer, don't swipe it too much so you don't move the color underneath it. And I actually used the Tarte Shape Tape concealer to cut my crease. Now I went into the Juvia's Place Magic palette, and I just used that pink shade on the top row, and I just patted that on with a small brush. And you guys use small brushes to do your cut creases. It makes such a huge difference, and it gets you a more precise look. Anyways, moving on, I used this navy blue from the Juvia's palette, and as you can see, the same thing was happening again, where like nothing was sticking on my eye. So I honestly just concluded that it was probably that area was just really dry. So I just added some concealer there, and as you can see, the color started to show up a bit more again. So that's a little trick to kind of fix an issue like that without having to start all over again. Now I'm just using the pink that I've been using this whole time, basically from the Sephora palette, and I'm just packing that on top. And yeah, so just going back in with the pink and the purple, as well as the eyelid shade as well, just to make sure everything shows up really well. Okay, I applied my lashes and mascara off camera. I'm going to move on to skin. I sprayed some Fix Plus on my face just to add some hydration, and now I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Maple and the Makeup Forever Ever Matte foundation. I forget the name, but I think it's Y533, something like that, but I'll check and leave that in the description for you guys. But yeah, so I mixed them together and yeah, applied it to my face. This gave me really nice coverage. I really love the mixture of these two foundations. And guys, it's Valentine's Day, so make sure you stick to a foundation that you know works really well for you and like your go-to. Okay, so now I'm going back in with a beauty blender, and I'm just going to pat that on my skin just to really help the foundation melt into my skin and give me a flawless look. Moving on to concealer, I'm just going to be doing some highlighting. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch, and I'm just applying it in my usual areas. Definitely check out my highlights and contour video for a more detailed explanation on how to do this. Alright, so once your highlights and concealers are applied, you want to have something like this. Now we're going to move on to blending. I'm spraying some Fix Plus on my skin once again, just to make sure I maintain that hydration on the skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my beauty blender to blend everything out. Now I really wanted a bright under eye, so I went in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer once again, but only underneath my eyes on the bridge of my nose. I believe this is in the shade Tan or Tan Sand, one of the two. Now to set my face, I'm going to be going in with my Ben Nye Banana Powder, go-to Holy Grail product You need this in your life, especially for my early skin girls. Yeah, anyways, I'm just using that to set all of the highlighted areas on my skin. So guys, I decided to pull out my Laura Mercier powder. I haven't used this powder in so long, you guys, just because I found that it was giving me so much like flashback, and I just didn't like it for baking and all that. So I decided to use a little bit of it today and just kind of see if it's still doing okay. But yeah, anyways, it was all right. I mean, I still stick to my Ben Nye, guys. But yeah, so I was seeing my face was looking snatched, so I had to hit you guys with a little shaku. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna contour the nose. I'm using my Tarte contour palette, and if you want a detailed explanation on how to do this, please check out my video on this. So now let me introduce you guys to one of the best highlighters ever. It's only $7, I believe, but like this thing packs a punch. It's amazing. But yeah, I just applied that. It has a nice like pink iridescent to it. Like it's just really cool and super glowy, and I just love it. But yeah, I applied it to the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose, my cheekbones, and I decided to apply a little bit into my inner tear ducts because it was just popping. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to move on to blush. I'm using the GRWM palette, Saharan blush palette, and I'm just using those two pink shades I pointed at, and yeah, I'm going to just apply that to my cheeks. Alright, so now I'm just going to be going in with my bronzer. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in Deep, and I'm just applying this to my cheekbone, jawline, and my the perimeters of my face. Now I'm going to be going back to the eyes. I'm lining the eyes with this white eye pencil. It's waterproof, perfect for the eyes, and as you can see, I did some quick editing. There's eyeshadow now on my bottom lashes. I just did the same thing I did on the top, and yeah. Moving on to the lips, I'm using a lip liner from Ruby Kisses. This is called Roasted Coffee. And then I use this soft matte lip cream from NYX Cosmetics, and it's called London. And I'm going in with this lip gloss from Too Faced Cosmetics. It's the one they made in collaboration with Jordan Woods. So I wasn't really feeling it, like it wasn't popping like that for me. So I switched it to this more, like, do you see this color? It's like almost silver and like pink. Like, it's beautiful. I forget the name, but I'll put it in the description box for you guys. Now I'm just dusting off any excess powder from my face, and I'm going to just spray some Fix Plus once again for the very last time. And then what I'm going to do is this little trick. I'm just going to apply some powder underneath my eyes again, and as you can see, it just really adds a nice pop and brightens up the under eye area. So now I'm going to switch up my hair and switch my outfit, and I'll be right back. Alright loves, so time for hairstyling. I'm just straightening this gorgeous hair from Travian Beauty. I'll link their Instagram in the description box. This hair is amazing. I've had this hair since last year, I think, September or so, and yeah, it's been going strong. Beautiful hair, absolutely love it. So check them out, you guys. Now I'm just using some hairspray, and this just basically lays down any flyaways, and this is the finished look, you guys. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so obsessed. I'm going to insert a little clip of the outfit. It's just a nice pink dress for Valentine's Day. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment and rate and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.